2 of the National Football League. And all eyes are on Drake May. He's been sensational as he leads the league in touchdown passes. It's the Patriots and the Seahawks, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
It is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico with Greg Olson, week 2 of the season. Greg, as you get the season going, want to get that first game under your belt. Now, it almost feels like all the build-up is past. Now we're looking ahead to this long marathon of a regular season.
Absolutely, and this is really where you fall into the pace of the NFL season. All off-season, no matter how hard you try to say, all right, week 1 is just 1 of 17. That's not the case. It is different, Mike. You have all training camp, all summer, all spring to prepare for one opponent. Well, now that game is over and done with, and you get back to work on Monday, and you're going to play again in 6 days. The team that is able to turn the page to the next game, week after week, those are the teams that handle the grind, the marathon, as you called it, of the NFL season, and here we are in week 2.
The Patriots have a rookie quarterback. It is Drake May. Long past the Tom Brady era, it is May who is now the guy in Foxborough. Out of North Carolina, Greg, the 3rd pick in this past year's draft.
Mike, when we have a chance to talk to this quarterback's teammates, the word they always use is perfectionist, and it's pretty easy to see why. When we had a chance to sit down with him the other day, one thing was very clear. He was not happy about having that blemish on the stat line, the interception. Now, it didn't change the outcome of the game, but it certainly prevented him from being able to really appreciate what he accomplished in last week's win. If that meeting is any indication of what we should expect, I think it's pretty safe to assume he's placing a big emphasis on protecting the ball over these next 4 quarters.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. He'll find his tight end. That's Henry. It'll be a pickup of 10. Good for a Patriots first down.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
Pass completed to Douglas. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a first down. They'll run, and this is Ramondre Stevenson. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. There you get a look at his numbers on the ground a week ago as a part of their victory. 2nd and 7. They'll go right back to Stevenson. That was some good downhill running to get him about 6 yards and set up a much more manageable 3rd down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
The defense all over that. Met him in the backfield, stopped in his tracks, and it sets up 4th down. And that one not going to have enough leg behind it. Not by a long shot. It is no good. Here's 1st and 10.
And this is tough here on the opening drive, because sometimes when you miss one early, we've seen head coaches change how they approach 4th down situations. Is he going to get as many chances here? We're going to find out throughout the rest of the game.
On 1st down is Smith. Connecting with the tight end. That's Ben. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. On 2nd down, Smith. That's caught. It's Kenneth Walker. Call it a gain of 13. First down, Seattle.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Seattle.
Play action now. It's Geno. He's got it at about the 8. And he's going to be taken down. This opening drive going to form so far. Now they've got it first and goal. Here's Walker. A short game. Down to the 7. Here now, second down and goal. They'll go play action. It's Smith. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6. But after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. On fourth down, the veteran Jason Myers for the Seattle field goal. This from 30 yards out. Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks are out to an early 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense ready to possess the football for the second time. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Working out of the gun. It's May. That one taken in by Douglas. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. The first-round pick looking right at home in this offense. It's a first down. 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Throwing is May. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a 3rd down. From out of the gun, here's May. He's going to look downfield once again. And this is going to be incomplete. That's great work to get in there and make things difficult defensively, setting up a 4th down. And he's going to be knocked down before he can even think about returning that one. Whoa! So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. They put the tight end Brown in motion. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. He's going to lose a yard. So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. It's the Seahawks with the early lead. And we're back to Foxborough in a moment. Second and 11. Keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. And pick up 3 or maybe 4. Kyle Duggar there to make the play. Third and 6. Working out of the gun, Smith. He gets that to his big target, Fant. They get 16 on that connection. It's good for a Seahawks first down. Off the play fake, it's Smith. Taking the deep shot for Smith and Jigba.
Nothing scarier for a quarterback, Mike, than to seeing that ball popped up in the air. It feels like that ball is in the air for an eternity, and all you hope is that it just harmlessly falls to the ground, and fortunately for the offense, that's exactly what it did.
He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down. From the shotgun, it's Smith. Got a man, it's Rockets. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. The tight end, Fant, in motion. Off the play fake. Smith. Oh, no chance to get rid of that one. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
Well, that's certainly one way to bounce back here defensively after giving up a huge explosive play on the previous snap. To bounce back and come away with a sack. Now you find yourself in second and long. You can catch your breath, and the opportunity to get off the field has just gone up.
And that won't help a lot. Manages a yard for that run. Third and long coming up. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Third and long. From the shotgun, Smith. That's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
The Patriots offense ready to take over once more. The next drive about to start. We'll remind you what's coming up here in week 2. A couple of good ones to look forward to. Two good young quarterbacks going at it later tonight in Houston. The Bears and Texans at NRG Stadium. And then tomorrow, Monday Night Football, as the New Look Falcons head to Philadelphia to take on the Eagles. Kickoff there, 8:15 Eastern Time. Here's a 2nd and 6. Now, May. This one complete. A.J. Osborne with the grab. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
That's good for a Patriots.
On 1st and 10, here's May. The open man is Osborne. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Throw again is May. There's a throw right side. Going to be incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out? Well defended there, and the quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide-angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They're all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down. May to throw again. That's complete to Ramondre Stevenson out of the backfield.
They were able to complete this pass, but how often do we see these running backs run these angle routes and they catch it in stride and run a hole through the defense? So, I know the defense gave up some yards here, but it could have been a lot worse.
And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain in a 3-0 first half. We're back to Foxborough after this. Third and short, and here is May. And the Patriots are going to have first and goal as the tackle's made at about the 5-yard line.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
May going to look to throw. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Second and goal. To throw is May. He's got it at the 3. And he's in. The Mario Douglas. Touchdown, New England. That his first touchdown of the new year. Joey Sly on now for the point after. He's got it. And the Patriots move out to a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one brought in at the 16-yard line. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Seahawks offense ready to take over once again. Trail by 4, touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with first and 10. That's Lockett downfield, he's got it. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. Ball rests at the 37, it's first and 10. From the gun, it's Gino. That's caught, it's A.J. Barner, the tight end. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
First down, Seahawks.
Here's Gino. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play. And that's exactly what they did.
And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard sets up third down. To throw is Smith. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
That's going to be out of bounds, no return. And the drive's going to start just inside the 20-yard line. They'll break the huddle, coming up now for first and 10. They do try to run it out as they start on the ground. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll keep it on the ground here again. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's third down. So we've reached the intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we get you down to Florida, Orlando specifically, where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. And it's the Titans with the lead in the second quarter of play. Tyler Boyd, a touchdown reception. From there, let's head to AT&T Stadium as we check out the Cowboys at home in Dallas. And they lead the visiting Saints in that one at halftime. Dak Prescott lighting it up. He's got 3 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. And they were winners in their ball game over the visiting Buffalo Bills. Tua Tagovailoa 4 touchdown passes in the victory. It was a terrific first half from the rookie number 3 overall pick, Drake May. He has a touchdown pass, and that amounted to the only touchdown of the game for either team thus far. These two teams leave in the tunnel, and we'll head out with them. It's time to send it back over to Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen.
Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see if we come out with a hot hand in this second half. About to get started. Here comes D. Eskridge on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Seahawks offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They'll do so with 1st and 10. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. On play action, Smith. To the left side, it's caught by Brown.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end.
Oh, now flags come in. Looks like movement up front. And third down just became a lot tougher.
Still third down.
Smith from the gun on third down. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
On the return is Jones. The Patriots offense ready for their first possession of this second half. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. And a nice run. Get them about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. He's got his big tight end, Henry. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. On the give, this is Stevenson. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. Good for a Patriots first down. They'll go again here with Stevenson. He'll push forward for about a yard. The linebacker Jerome Baker there to make the play. Here's 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, it's May. Hauled in by the tight end, Henry. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. To the right side here, pass is caught. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a 1st down.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
On the handoff, it's Stevenson. And the Patriots are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And they'll run it here with Stevenson. Trying to push the pile forward. He didn't even get to the 1-yard line. They stopped him short. No gain.
Well, after being stopped for no gain on first down on the ground, Mike, it brings up the question. 2nd and goal from the 2. What do? I like throwing it. I don't like waiting till third.
That one, taken in. Hendrick Bourne. Touchdown, Patriots. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here's Eskridge now to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Now the return man is a bit slow getting up after that kick. On first down is Smith. This one intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jelani Tavai.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
They'll work the middle this time with Stevenson. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. A run here with Stevenson. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. A gain of 11 on that one. Good for a Patriots first down. Out of the gun, here's May. That one taken in by Douglas. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 12-yard line.
They'll run out of the gun. And it's Stevenson. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. On 3rd and a yard, here's May. He finds a man. That's Osborne. So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a chance to put this game away. First down and goal. Here's a run. Trying to create some space, but will not find much. He'll get a yard. They'll mark it at the 3. Now here's 2nd and goal. To throw now. May. And that one's incomplete, but a late flag comes in. Looked like he might have gotten there early.
Automatic first down.
So that pass interference in the end zone puts the pressure on the defense. It is 1st and goal from the 1. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
You have to come down with those opportunities. You're not going to get your hands on the ball very often as a defensive player. And when you do, let alone in the end zone, those are plays you just have to make.
That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
You can feel them starting to press a little bit, especially with this passing game. They find themselves so close to the end zone, they got to get it over the goal line. You got to be a little bit more accurate. You got to be a little bit smarter with the ball. And right now, the timing, the spacing, it's just not matching up.
And this is going to be incomplete. That's great work to get in there and make things difficult defensively, setting up a fourth down.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that third down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this fourth down after failing on third.
They'll go. Here's May. He's got his big tight end, Hunter Henry. Touchdown, New England. And another score in another good performance after winning the opener on their way to 2-0.
Mike, you can't be 2-0 without being 1-0, and for them to be able to continue to string early wins together in the first part of the year, this is the start that every team dreams about. This is what you work for all off-season long to start your season and build some early momentum. Gives you a lot of flexibility and wiggle room as the rest of this season plays on.
And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Seahawks offense make their way out to take over once more. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Come to the line now on 2nd and 2. To throw, here's Smith. They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. Good pickup of 16 on that screenplay and a first down. Working out of the gun, Smith. Lockett brings it in out wide. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Smith. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, Smith. Got it with Smith and Jigba. They get 14 on that hookup. First down, Seattle. To throw, it's Smith. Crushed, it's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go. Off the play fake, Smith. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. 3rd and long. Gino to throw. And that is incomplete. He was seeking the veteran Tyler Lockett there. And now it's 4th down. Gino gonna throw for it. He gets that to his big target fast. He is in. Noah Fant. Touchdown, Seattle. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Jones now on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. And it would appear they're on their way to a 2-0 start as they begin things here with 1st and 10 in this 4th quarter. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. To throw is May. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They'll come up here 1st and 10. Now Stevenson. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. I'll give up the middle to Stevenson. And he's going to bring this one close to a 1st down. Looks like they'll mark him just a yard short.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
3rd and short. And here is May. He'll find his tight end. That's Henry. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. Here's Stevenson. He's able to get away from one man, but those reinforcements, they got there quick. Take him down behind the line. On 2nd down, here's a run with Stevenson. And he will get into the end zone. Ramondre Stevenson. Touchdown, Patriots. Out comes Sly for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Pats will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, it's Laviska Shenault. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Seahawks offense ready to get back to work. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Throwing on 2nd down, Smith. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Oh, after the catch, he's hit, and the ball is out. And this is taken in by the defense.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll run. Stevenson. And he's going to bring this one close to a 1st down. Looks like they'll mark him just a yard short.
And what's that one thing you hear from coaches all the time, Mike, right? Finish strong, and he's doing just that. His numbers here in this one, they have been terrific. But he's going to give you a full 4 quarters, and I think at this point in the game, he knows there's even more yards to be had.
try to run for this. It's Stevenson. And he will have a Patriots first down. They're able to convert, albeit not by much, but they get it on 3rd and a yard.
Patriots, first down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
They'll go right back to Stevenson. And a nice run there on first down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2.
Tackle by Leonard Williams. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 20-yard line.
They'll give this to Stevenson, running right. And he'll be brought down there. And that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. So it's a win for the Patriots. And right away, you can point to the turnover battle. Always key. Tells the story so often. It did here again today. Their offense didn't turn it over at all. They finished on the plus side with the takeaways. As a result, they're going to come away with the victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Patriots winners at home, as we say so long from Foxborough.